Tonight, I wish to speak with you not just about the state of our state, but about a plan to modernize and transform Nevada. Our most troubling education statistic is Nevada's worst in the nation high school graduation rate. We must acknowledge that far too many of our schools are persistently failing. Tomorrow, our Department of Education will release a list of underperforming schools. We must draw a line in the sand and say no more.
My name is Eric Holland, and I have been the art teacher here at Rainshadow Charter High School since 2003. Okay, I've got the paint over here. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. Marshall, did you bring in that picture? No. Really? Yeah. Okay, I want you to go to Laura and get one so we can get you going. We have a lot of kids that struggled at other schools, and so they came here. Gabe, can I get you to get to work? The student body is challenging and has challenges in their daily lives.
There was a newspaper article that came out that was like, Rainshadow put on probation, which was really awesome in June when you're like looking to recruit for the next school year. I think a lot of people don't know much about who we are. They selected a palette that didn't paint the whole picture.
I have really bad anger issues, so when I freak out, it's more than just getting angry. I like have a panic attack. I start throwing things. I start hurting people, and it's just so. My mom thought it would be good for me to go to a smaller school.
The high school I was originally going to, I basically ditched every day. I was not going. I was not interested.
I was always getting yelled at. I was always getting in detention. You know, all that kind of stuff. It just was a pain in the butt to deal with.
It's harder for a teacher in a normal high school to care as much when there's so many students.
It was a really, really big school. Jesus Christ, it was huge.
In a regular high school, the teachers are lucky if they can remember your name, so.
And it was like a rich kid school and I was poor, so, you know, I'd get picked on a lot for that too.
And in a place like this, it's just, I feel it's so much easier to get along with these type of people. It's like a family here.
The teachers actually pay attention to you and they have so much more patience like that I didn't even know existed among teachers.
And they bring you in and they make you feel at home, and that's all you need.
Rainshadow welcomes students who do not fit into a traditional school setting. Many who graduate from Rainshadow may not have graduated were it not for our program. Of the students who select Rainshadow, 75% are behind in their credits, and most have skill deficits. Some are also part of Reno's homeless community. Rainshadow accepts all of these students with open arms and seeks to support them in a fresh start. I welcome the community to take a closer look at the school and see the full picture of student accomplishment at Rainshadow Community Charter High School. As a community, we can choose to support these students now by getting them on the right path, or we will likely support them for the rest of their lives through a host of less desirable and more expensive options.
In the last 5 minutes of class, I just stand there, because otherwise they'll try to get out. So I just stand there like a jailer. Have a good afternoon, everybody. See ya. Well, Mondays are the hardest day of the week. There's always a folder that comes up missing. The kids are not, you know, there's a, you know, you just have to get them reeled back in from the weekend. And, you know, it's truly, I consider this like gold mining. It's like placer mining. You've got a pan in the water, and sometimes, you know, it's chaotic, it's messy, and sometimes something like that comes out of it. And there's going to be some more good art coming out of here.
I'm Jackie. I work at the Nevada Museum of Art, and I manage the Scholastic Art Awards. Have you guys ever participated?
This year, I've raised the bar a bit. I really want to get some of us into the Scholastic Arts Awards competition.
Have students from here ever been chosen for the Scholastic?
Never.
Some really famous artists and writers have won the Scholastic Art Awards since it started. Andy Warhol won the Scholastic Art Awards when he was in high school.
The school's been threatened with closing. I just feel like if we can go into whatever fundraiser, donor, whatever, and say, hey, look, we won this national award, it has to help. You know, look at what we did here. This has to help. This is a lesson, so I'm doing a lot of talking and you're not. Does everyone have one of these? We're going to draw this today, and I'm going to show you how on the board. I realized that if I started instituting a little more structure into the art program, I would get better results. So have fun with that. But today, let's do this. Letting him be free comes far more naturally to me. The dictatorial style has had to be put on. I'm going to walk around and check. You can ask questions, whatever. Okay, orient your paper portrait style, meaning like this. Very lightly, I draw a line through the face. Notice that it's slightly tilted and it's facing this way. The hat comes pretty low over his... The highlight gives you a sparkle. I'm wanting the students to learn basic skills, and they, you know, they will sometimes fight me hard with this stuff. I can get ranging from a little to a lot of pushback.
I just get tired of doing the same thing.
I'm willing to, but right now in this moment, David, I would love it if you would push forward on this. Okay, I'm showing you how to do it on the board. I know you can do it. I would love it if you do it. There was one year that I went way over in the direction of being very dictatorial and like, okay, I'm just going to tell them what to do. And so that particular year, it was all rules. It was like, we're going to learn the rules, and you're going to do it my way. I'm just going to tell you that didn't work. It did not work. I even had a protest with signs, and it was an actual protest. I live in the Artist Lofts in downtown Reno. I studied at the Art Students League of New York, the Chicago Academy of Fine Art, and then one class at the Academy of Art in San Francisco. A year and a half later, I went up to Alaska, where I spent a decade driving a tour bus and painting murals. I came back to the lower 48 partly because I wanted to be in the high desert. Except I think she'd like that one. Oh well, this is what I can carry, so this is what we're going to take. So like I said, there's kind of a trick to this kind of stuff. No. Josh? Guess we get to see a parade, huh? been tough for me to get here for the last couple of years because I haven't had a car, and this is off the beaten track. There's just like little tricks you learn when you're moving paintings around like this. Okay, that's not gonna work. So sometimes you just put stuff down. Our wonderful people help you out. Thank you. I feel like these 4 paintings are pretty darn good, but you never know. So I'm always a little nervous.
Though for tomorrow because of the open house.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I will take these 3.
It's everything but Tahoe, or everything but the building.
No, I'm gonna take the trees, the building, the bridge. I could replace this with the painting up there.
We just decided we were going to make a presence at the Holland Project Youngblood show, which is tomorrow. And we're hanging the work today. Rainshadow starts here. This is by Michon Raleigh.
So there's this guy called Jim Shu in Reno.
Well, actually, he is a big supporter, Jim Chu, and he's not from Reno. The kids have never met him. He's very shy. And I'm not quite sure how he found out about us, but one year we had a really big auction and he showed up.
Hi, I'm Michon Raleigh. I'm a student at Rainshadow Community Charter High School. I think it's really important to have artistic outlets for students and to just let them express themselves. I mean, all through high school, I was allowed to have a sketchbook out on my desk and kind of doodle during lectures and stuff when I was done, and that really helped me to learn.
There's a freshness or something when you're 19, when it's all ahead of you and it's all a mystery. It's outside of the box. That's why being a high school art teacher is awesome, because I continually get knocked out of my box and off my feet. I occasionally get sworn at. But it honestly, oh my God, it honestly helps reopen my mind, which is in danger of closing all the time. Yeah, that's great. See, he looks like he's looking off to the side, which is really interesting, right? Is that this? The light and the dark shadows in this is ever so slightly darker than this, which is ever so slightly, lighter, lighter, lighter. So you have 3 values, okay? And that will help give it depth. It's kind of the way she's doing it here. Yeah, see how it looks in the photos, kind of reflected light going on. I noticed that when we have our art shows, what tends to sell is the stuff that they do out of their heart. And I remembered that, well, God, I didn't even take art in high schools. I didn't want to be told what to do. So I decided that I would split the difference this year. I feel like my role is to show them some skills and some rules, but it's really about self-expression.
I was not looking forward to high school because of all the bullying and all the class and, all that stuff.
I was actually on an online school, and I wanted my teacher, my math teacher actually, he was on maternity leave because his wife was having a baby. And his substitute was my 7th grade math teacher, and I asked her for help, and she told me and my mom that she doesn't want to waste her time on me.
Rainshadow actually came to my middle school and set up a booth, and they started introducing themselves. They started talking about what they were about, and instantly I fell in love with it. I was like, I gotta go to this school. This school was made for me, it's the kind of school I hope would exist.
I'd love to see real conversations about what's really needed, and I'd love to see students not be throwaway students.
If it wasn't for this school, I probably wouldn't even have pursued my art career. Because of this school, my art career took off. When I was like 15, I started, getting out there because of the teachers here, the program here, they pushed me out there. I was really shy, I couldn't even be talking right now. My old self would probably be crying right now, They gave me a lot of confidence that I lacked and helped me grow as a person.
I would have dropped out. Basically, the last semester I was at McQueen, I failed every class because I ditched so much.
My grades would probably be a lot worse. I don't know if I'd be doing art. Just, it wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be who I am today.
And if you had stayed at your old school, what do you think, how would your life, do you think, have turned out and how would it have gone?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I would probably be dead right now. I was actually on the verge of suicide, but I don't know, just the school I made friends here, something I didn't have in middle school, I learned a lot about myself here, and people actually gave me a shot here, and a lot of people here taught me that life was worth living, so yeah, I would probably be dead.
When I did this in honor of my sister Michaela, who passed away.
What's the boat gonna look like?
It's going to be completely different. It's going to be more like
It's looking good. You're getting some nice quality of contrast in the values. You're getting some nice details. I like it. How do you like it?
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing a good job. Proud of you.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 pieces on this wall are mine?
I'm seeing some of the drawings going to the point where I feel like we could enter them and have a chance of placing. This is really, really good. This is so good. This is something that should go into the Scholastic Art Award. So don't rush it. We're recycling canvas that was donated.
The state of Nevada's per pupil funding is not necessarily the best in the country.
Esmeralda, there you go. I gave you some white paint. I can't give you a whole lot of white paint because I want to make sure I got enough for the class. Carissa, why don't you go pick out a canvas for yourself? We're reusing them. Why don't we have any new ones? It's a budget issue. In all honesty, I have painted on top of used canvases and sold the paintings for $500. So it's not a bad thing to paint on a canvas already been used. It's okay. What matters is what you put on top of the canvas already used. And all of that said, I can see why you'd like a nice new canvas someday.
A small school like us who has to pay, a quarter of our budget out to just maintain the building, we're constantly looking for outside funding.
We're going for a walk today. Many of you have drawings in the calendars. Most of you have drawings in the calendars. And we're just going to go door to door and approach businesses. Sell as many of them as you can. Okay. So we've got a lot of distance to cover, so we've got to walk. Okay, you guys, this store here is named Meccano's. He is friendly to Rainshadow. Who wants to try him?
Me!
All right, go get him.
Wait, where?
It's this store in there.
All right, so are you an artist?
Yeah, somewhat. What I do.
You working on it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you very much. Okay, so now. Yeah, of course, you can do it any place. As long as it doesn't, yeah.
Are we going to recycle records?
Yeah.
I got dibs on that, man.
Okay.
Oh, big guy.
So don't let the no's discourage you. Just keep asking. You will get yeses.
We're going yeses. She's nice.
Go ahead. Start walking back towards school and sell calendar. Yeah. guys start heading back to school and sell calendars if you can, but my main concern is you're in time for your next class, so I'll be right behind you. Okay, what's the one you like?
Right over here. Carol. He's 40 right now.
Okay, thank you.
He does. He well, it's something like it, but he does the highest. So it's like a
People are buying tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I love that.
I just want a picture of me in front of my art. Show my kids one day.
That's okay. Okay. I posted this online.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Chu Facebooked me and said he was interested in it, but could he? As I explained, he wanted to make it in 3 payments.
Do you trust him?
I do trust him.
He's an adult?
He's a very old adult. He's over 80. He will get $50 to us tonight, and they'll make the rest of the payments in the next month or so.
Fine. That's
But the work, what I will do with this work is just put it up high in the art room or somewhere safe until the entire sum is received.
Okay.
I explained to him that we're very excited about submitting it to the Scholastic Art Awards.
What's the cover for the calendar?
Okay, so scroll down a little bit.
Before this gets sold, I'm gonna enter this and my voodoo doll.
The upload status.
Yeah, I can't click on it though.
I'm feeling really nervous.
And if you do win, yeah, how would that feel? What would that mean for you?
I'd feel pretty cool because I'd be able to show my stepdad that I am good at something.
The Washoe County School District is considering the immediate closure of Rainshadow Community Charter High School to prevent a possible bankruptcy later in the semester. That could jeopardize on-time graduation for 47 seniors.
We knew earlier on in the school year that financially we were going to struggle to actually see in writing that they're recommending closure, and January was pretty heartbreaking. It's pretty upsetting, and the students here, they get it, they do, and they've suffered loss in their lives before. It's not like this, for many of them, this would not be the first time that they've had this maybe feeling in their lives. So for various reasons, but you know, we've become kind of a family here, and so it is upsetting. It's really upsetting for them.
My goal, as you know, we have a iffy, we might not be here in 3 weeks. So I wanted to very quickly throw at them the skills to draw the face so that even if we're done in 2 weeks, they walk out of here with some familiarity how to draw the face, because we're probably all going to have to go out and do caricatures in the street anyway. The reality of it is that if we're closed early, some of these kids will not graduate. Okay. Any questions? Okay, looks good. How's it going, Curtis?
Agenda item 8.01.
8.5.
Oh, 5, we reordered. 8.05, we've reordered. Thank you. 8.05, presentation by staff regarding a review of ongoing concerns pertaining to Rainshadow Community Charter High School's performance history, and financial sustainability.
There is a significant difference between now and the end of the school year as far as the financial sustainability for Rainshadow, and that is really the urgency of why we are here today. What makes this such a difficult decision? It's fact versus emotion, in essence, because the facts are very clear. So basically, after conducting our financial review, the internal audit determined that Rainshadow Community High School will not be able to meet its financial obligations, as I had stated.
So as staff came together to prepare for the next board meeting on the 26th and what we believe the 3 options would be for the Board of Trustees. First would be to close Rainshadow on January 28th in 2016. The second, we believe, option for the trustees would be to close Rainshadow at the conclusion of the 15-16 school year. And the last would be that Rainshadow, the opportunity to finish the school year and grant them another probationary year, if that's what the board would choose. Our staff, based upon the superintendent, deputy superintendent's suggestion, would be to close the school.
My name is Toby Wiedenmeyer, and I'm the principal at Rainshadow Community Charter High School. If you are serious about keeping our students' best interests at heart, then you will recognizing that closing the school in January would be a major mistake. With our current numbers, we still have the ability to continue to provide the services that we need to provide for each and every student that we serve.
What happens, Toby, for your students if in April the situation took a darker turn? What now do we do? Because the end goal for us, right, or for me anyways, is to see these kids through graduation.
Right.
And hopefully that's at Rainshadow. But what if it can't be Rainshadow? I have to think, does the Washoe County School District have enough time to get these kids into the system, get them comfortable for the last couple of months, get them caught up and assess their abilities and needs, provide the services? What happens even if your projections, right? Because we can only call them projections until we've actually signed off that we paid the bills. What happens then? What do we do?
If we close right now, you're giving up on the school before it's had the opportunity to actually at least finish what it started. And so to me, that's a clear sign. There will be no miracle. There will be nothing that happens. It's done, okay? And not only is it done, but it's done in a way, in my mind, it's almost like sneaking out in the dark.
State your name for the record, and we're happy to hear from you.
My name's Grace, and I'm here to support Rainshadow. I just wanted to let you guys know that I finally found a school
Take your time.
that I feel at home at. This isn't just a school, it's a family. And I finally enjoy going to school because I don't have to worry about people trying to hurt me. I have people I can talk to at this school. If Rainshadow gets closed down, I don't know if I'll go back to school. It's hard, and I don't want to see this family fall apart.
Let's just state your name if you would.
My name is Michonne Rowley.
Thank you.
I'm a senior at Rainshadow, and today I'm here to talk about the school that saved me. When I was in middle school, I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, and it took over my entire life. I couldn't handle answering questions in class, let alone addressing a group of people this big. And certainly not in this state. I was heavily medicated. I had panic attacks at least twice a week, and I was bullied by students who thought my disorder made me weak. These kids told me that I was pathetic, that I was unworthy of their friendship, forgiveness, and their pity. The teachers and staff at that school allowed this to happen. My vice principal went as far as to ask me if I was going to kill myself after one of the incidents. By the time I made my way to Rainshadow, the public school system had already failed me. But my first day there, I made friends. Something I had failed to truly accomplish in years at other schools. Within a month, I was raising my hand in class. Within 2, every one of my teachers was accepting of me, disorder and all. By the end of my freshman year, I was working towards becoming valedictorian.
I have to say, as the deputy superintendent, our principals and our area superintendents and our superintendent and these gentlemen and these ladies that sit behind me every day work
so hard for what's in the best interest of all 63,000 kids. And we must follow the law. We cannot jeopardize our ability to represent any charter school also, because this could potentially, if I am correct, legal, impact our ability to sponsor all charter schools.
So we will do all the due diligence and counting on staff as quickly as possible to review the new information, and thank you for continuing to work to provide that. And so at the end of the day, we will absolutely make the best decision for kids. That's what we're required to do.
We put our best foot forward and we shared with the world who we are, which is good, but now we're sitting in the waiting game for the 26th to find out essentially what the board is going to decide.
But if you got to go till June and then it ended, I mean, is that okay? Is that something you can accept, you know?
I may not have a choice. You know, I've been living with it. The reality is that the students that we work with and the system that we have in place with a program like this, it's pretty difficult to succeed.
So, Pat's coming? Yeah, coming. Hey!
How much you guys put in? 10. 10? Okay, so a total of 15. Oh, wait, no, 5 and 5, sorry.
How are you?
So, Veronica?
They're 200.
Okay, everyone, let's go ahead and bring our meeting to order. Consideration of possible action in regard to the future of Rainshadow Community Charter High School.
So I had the opportunity to visit Rainshadow. I actually believe in the work at Rainshadow.
There's absolutely a place in this community for Rainshadow.
I move that we allow Rainshadow the opportunity to finish the school year under the current contract agreement.
All those in favor of the motion as stated by Trustee Franco signify by saying aye. Aye. Is there any opposition? The motion is carried. Let the record show that it is unanimous. I am absolutely hopeful that somebody that didn't come forward and won the Powerball is at Rainshadow.
It means everything. I'll be valedictorian now.
I would have thought it would have been close, like a tiebreaker kind of deal, but it was unanimous. Everyone agreed that Rainshadow should stay open just a little bit longer. Yeah, I've been here since freshman year, and we were this close to finishing, and a lot of us were afraid that it'd be taken away from us, and I just got done crying because one of the teachers left the school to try and save it to help with funding, and I kind of said goodbye to her right now, and I couldn't help but cry. It was just really emotional. It's happy and sad at the same time because the school's open, but one of our teachers we've had for 4 years now, she's gone. It's rough, but at least we're open, so that's good news. And let's hope Rainshadow can stay open many more years from now. We can only hope.
As we celebrate and recognize the 2016 Scholastic Art Award winners, so thank you all for being here. Okay, our next group of students received the Silver Key Award. Silver Key works demonstrate skill, originality, and personal vision, and were determined by our panel of judges to be competitive and worthy of recognition at the regional level.
Hi, my name is James Dean. I am a senior, and I'm at Rainshadow. Keep up the good work.
these out. These are the tools of the trade.